Deputy U.S. Trade Representative Jeffrey Goldman has come and gone from Chile without an agreement. Negotiations over new punitive tariffs imposed on Chilean exports will continue, but only if government ministers stop criticizing them, warns the U.S. ambassador.
There will not be a deal if there are people that are speaking about these negotiations that have nothing to do with the negotiations. It's very disappointing when there's ongoing negotiations that ministers that have nothing to do with these negotiations are out making comments.
He's referring to accusations that the 2.5 tariff increase, based on claims that Chile's allowing goods produced with forced labor to enter its supply chains, are a pretext to pressure Chile into meeting U.S. demands unrelated to trade. Specifically to join the Shield of the Americas, Donald Trump's regional security alliance. Chile's right-wing government is so far the only one that's having second thoughts about joining. The alliance is supposed to be about fighting drug cartels and crime.
But it's also about something more important, the creation of a NATO type of alliance, the difference being with the real NATO, that in this case, Trump gets to set all the terms.
International law attorney Paz Zárate says the arrangement could threaten Chile's sovereignty.
Participating in operations that are coordinated under the joint control of the United States implies that you give up the control of your armed forces.
At a regional meeting in Panama, U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth called on Latin American allies to raise their defense budget by up to 5%, echoing the so-called Dawn Road doctrine that the Americas are the backyard of the United States. Chile's defense minister responded by saying that his country was no one's backyard.
The United States is also pressuring Latin American countries to reject the authority of the International Criminal Court. It's a demand seen as an attempt to shield the United States and its allies from accusations of violating international humanitarian law.
Rights organizations have accused the U.S. of extrajudicial killings for striking suspected drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean and Pacific. More than 200 people have been killed. Chile, it seems, does not want to be seen as an accomplice. But even for a right-wing government like Chile's, there's a price to be paid for asserting one's independence, and it could be high. Lucia, Newman, Jazeera, Santiago.